Well, Thomas, thank you very much for your time. Firstly, international break. I know this is probably a cliched question, but in many respects, did it come at a wrong time or did it come at a good time?
I think it came at a good time this time because we had a few injuries that we need to get back on track because we've been quite unlucky, I would say, with the injuries so far this season. So it's really important to get, for example, Ibrahim Rama back into fitness, and he should hopefully be available for Saturday. So that's good. And then we're always proud of all the players we are sending away to play for their national teams and perform. And we got 3 players actually who qualified for Europeans. Who was in the squad. Henrik Dalsgaard, of course, with a beautiful assist against Ireland. Christian Nørgaard, who was in the squad, and then Pontus Jansson, of course, played from Sweden. So we're proud of them, and we're also proud of all the other guys who played for either A national teams and 21s or the 19s.
Just in regards to that, very quickly, you mentioned obviously Pontus and Henrik, who have been involved internationally in their international teams. But for Christian, when he arrived here in the summer, we talked briefly about his international aspirations. It's great to see that he's come here, he's been playing regularly, and that's obviously been recognised with the senior corps.
Yeah, massively, and I think they have been seeing. He's been on their radar for quite a while, of course, because especially his last year in Brentford was really good. Then for various reasons he didn't play that much in Fiorentina, but now he's back on his level, and especially the last 5-6 games for us, I think he played in an extremely high level. I think he is performing so good, and that he is one of the best number 6 position, I would say, in the league.
Does he also typify what has sort of happened really with your team, in that with a lot of new arrivals and a newish looking side being put together, took a while for that to settle down, get used to the Championship, get used to life living in London and playing in England, but once that happened, that Christian's maybe just an example of the team as a whole have settled in, and no surprise that the run of form has become so positive.
No, I think it's right to put it this way, that it's everything been settled. We've been working very hard on it, so the relations between the players on and off the pitch is getting better and better. They try to understand my ideas more and more, and I think we're in a really good place. I think you put it absolutely right. Christian is performing at a really good level. There's others, new one, Brian Buemo also. I know he started early scoring, but you can see he's still taking steps forward. Even at Justice Silva, I know he came last fall to the club, but he was a younger player, so he's still getting into the team and get that rhythm into it. So it's very nice that the players, they're starting to know each other better and better, and we perform well.
And how are the squad? Because obviously when players go away on international duty, you keep your fingers crossed, no doubt, and make sure that everything's healthy. You've had some players that want to clear up some injuries. Apart from the long-termers, is everyone okay?
Yeah, everybody's okay. Apart from the long term, of course. I think that Joel Valencia was injured and needed to be subbed off the pitch against Wigan. Unfortunately, he will be out for weeks. We don't know how long. Especially his about a joint in the shoulder, the joint here. So beside that, everybody should be fit and ready. It was a very good energy. Everybody's back today, so you just felt the energy and the belief, and the atmosphere is really good. So we need to attack, and we need to. It's a very busy period we're going into, but we can only focus at the training tomorrow. And then ready again on Saturday. But just the message to the boys was, let's go and attack every game and then see what's happening.
And the first game in this very busy period against a Reading side who have a new manager, a relatively new manager, who's made an immediate impact, hasn't he? Although my spies were telling me that Reading's results weren't necessarily reflecting some of their performances even early on in the season. Yeah,
I 100% agree. I actually think that's the business in football. That the current manager of Reading, he suffered of not the top results, because the performance was actually quite up there. If you look at all the stats and expected goals and all that, they should have been higher, just like us. Should have been higher in the league. Unfortunately, they weren't. So So he needs to leave the club, and now Mark Bowen is in charge and he's done well, especially the last 4 games. It's another team in form we are meeting at Griffin Park, and we know they will come here to do everything they can to get a point, and on a good day maybe get 3. And we know they will. He's organised the team very well. So now they're playing this 5-2-1-2 or 5-3-2, depending on how you see it. So everybody knows when you play against a back 5, that's not easy to open. But as I said after the Huddersfield game, we need, and we have been working on that. How can we open unlocking opponents who is banking up, banking in? So that's a big task for us to handle, but we are ready for it. So it'll be a game against a very organised opponent, very good at counters. So we need to be on it, and we're ready.
And again, it's this sort of, as you say, this busy period. Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. I mean, there's a lot of games, so it's a physical test, it's a mental test as well, and this is unrelenting now, as you well know, between now and sort of March.
Yeah, it's extremely tough period. I think again, of course, we all know it's easy with the international breaks, because then the next 4 or 5 weeks, need to focus one training, one game, and we will do the same now. But we look until Christmas. But it's training tomorrow again. It's the game at Reading. Of course, we know it's a 3-game week, so we think a little bit ahead, the coaching staff. But we can only have one focus, that's Reading.
And as you say, it's a tough team to break down, but that's almost testament to the respect that Brentford get paid. That people try and make it very difficult. You've just got to work out a way of getting through.
Yeah, I think it's, every team who come to Griffin Park this season respected us a lot, and we're pleased for that, because we must have done something good when people are respecting you. And yes, we also need to be even better than at opening opponents that are defending that well or defending low. I actually think we did that quite well against Millwall, against Derby, against Hull actually, but we didn't get against Birmingham, but we didn't get rewarded. We created the chances. I think it was mainly only Huddersfield that really kept us quite quiet in the long terms. But that's football. Sometimes we need just to win 1-0, so I take a 1-0 win on Saturday.
And are you excited about this? You say that it's a real buzz out there with everyone back on the training ground. Are you excited about this period? Are you excited about what your team can show over the next few months?
Yeah, 100%. Very, very excited. But we need to. We have belief. We have very good atmosphere, but we need to stay so focused and put every maximum performance into every game. And that's starting on Reading, and then do everything we can to make the freshest possible team ready for the Blackburn game, and so on. And that'll be a big mental test, but we're ready for it.